Hey Virgo, Intuitive Soul Coach here with your quarter two April, May, and June reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you're new. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, Virgo, what do we have for April, May, and June? Now, you start off with the flexible card, and flexibility was actually the featured card in the newsletter for the month of April. So I am getting flexibility is important on a collective level, but it looks like it's very important for you as well, Virgo, because April is full of twists and turns, full of divine detours with the solar flares, Mercury gone retrograde, with the eclipse season. There's a lot happening in the month of April. So trust in divine detours. Trust that they're for your highest good. There could be some endings, right? With the Ten of Swords, endings bringing in new beginnings. There could be new commitments. There could be old commitments that you are walking away from. All right. We have here choices, decisions to make this month. Now, I like to think of Mercury retrograde as a very powerful time for us. I know a lot of people fear it because communication goes haywire. Technology can wreak havoc. It can bring past energy up. And it's just something that a lot of people aren't specifically fond of, but I like to think of it as all the REs. It's a really good time to replenish, revamp, reorganize, reprioritize, and really take a look at some of the things that are not working in our lives and where do we want to make change. It can be a really good month to make change, and that's what I see here for you. All right, what do we have for May? Bottom of the deck, you do have the Lovers. So there could be some big choices to make in matters of the heart, I feel, showing up in the next 3 months as well. Look at that, Ace of Cups, Page of Swords. So you may be finding some things out around your heart chakra. Forgiveness could be a part of it. There could be forgiveness coming in. Some of you are walking away from people, places, or things that just don't align with what you want to commit yourself to, Virgo. So starting off here, you have the flexible card. This is card 19. So I feel if you remain flexible, 19 is the sun. You'll be a lot happier. There will be more success coming in. It will be better for your health as well, because some of you may have been dealing with a person who may have had a little bit of an altered ego of some sort. I am getting ego for some of you, whether this was parts of your own ego that may have brought insecurities, fears, jealousies, things of that nature, or you could have been dealing with someone else here. But you're choosing to walk away from what doesn't serve you. And I really like the Ten of Swords in the Light Seers Tarot, because this is more of a graceful ending versus the 10 swords to the back type of ending that we typically see. So it doesn't mean that what you've gone through or what you're walking away from wasn't challenging or difficult, but I feel like you're easing into what doesn't serve you. I feel like there's more compassion coming in here, but you're also setting some boundaries. But because you have flexibility, you're riding that fine line. You're finding more balance within who you surround yourself with, what you put your energy into. I'm getting here self-care, but you've also ascended. Because the Hierophant, it's like the stairway to heaven there. And I feel like your soul has ascended. And so some of these things may kind of drop away organically. Maybe the certain foods that you used to love, they just don't do it for you anymore, right? Maybe that relationship that you've been in for 20 years, maybe you're not hostile towards each other, but you know that it's maybe time to part ways. Okay, this could also be a love for something that you once had. It doesn't fill your cup anymore. So you may have some choices to make here with the Two of Swords, because your head is in one spot, your heart's in another. You may feel like you're at a crossroads. You may need to make a decision, but I feel like you don't have enough information, and that may be why we've seen the Page of Swords at the bottom of the deck, because some of you may be wondering, is this new beginning sustainable if I walk away from something of the past? And it doesn't have to be a past person. It could be a past belief, right? Spirit is asking you to be flexible at this time versus rigidity. And when that shows up in the beliefs, right? Some of you could have a belief that someone's going to hurt you, or that someone's going to cheat on you, or they're going to be hiding secrets, or whatever it may be, based on a past belief because you've experienced that before. And I'm just using love as the example because we have the Lovers at the bottom. But the Page of Swords is saying, even though something happened in the past, unless we have a lesson within a dynamic that we haven't quite learned or integrated, we don't have to prove that to be true for ourselves every time we go into a relationship. We can raise our vibrations. That's why the Hierophant's here. And if this is a career situation, you may be leaving an old career or an old belief around money in the past in order for you to ascend and grow and evolve, make more money if that's what you're seeking, or to bring in more abundance into your world. But we have to be flexible. And I feel like that's what the choice is all about. Flexibility versus rigidity. You know, being open to a new idea or a new belief, or being closed off because a belief is so saturated in your energy that who would you be without it? That may be a piece of a challenge for you in the month of April. And we'll clarify. Let's clarify now. Spirit, tell me a little bit, please, more about the 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords here for Virgo showing up in April. Spirit, please tell me about the 10 of... Yeah, there it is. 10 of Swords is clarified by the Chariot turning point. You want to move forward. You don't want to look to the past. You don't want to keep having this energy come up. You want to be more flexible. But you felt stuck with the Chariot here. You felt stuck. So there's a big turnaround coming for you. This is possibly around your health. I'm getting health. Like health is your body. Body is your health, which can be your vehicle as well. And typically the Chariot is represented as a vehicle. So some of you, there's a turnaround regarding a health issue or concern that you're gracefully putting to the past. You're healing and recovering from. Some of you, this is a move, a turning point in a relationship or in a commitment by saying goodbye. You're coming out of the woods. I mean, the woods look dark there. You can see that the trees are a darker energy. And when you're in the woods, when you're in the thick of things, it can feel shadowed. It can feel heavy. And she's coming to this clearing with this Chariot energy. And in this clearing, there's a path. And I feel like the path is laid out for you. You've gone off, you've taken a divine detour, but it doesn't mean that you weren't on your journey. You really were, but there was a lot of challenge and a lot of resistance. And that can feel like you've been thrown for a loop at times. So there's a turning point coming in here, and it's because of some sort of an ending. Spirit, please clarify the Hierophant. The Hierophant, commitment. Oh. Some of you are dealing with the King of Wands in reverse. If this is a boss, this can be someone who's very inflexible, right? Someone who doesn't hold high integrity, maybe for others. They can be very selfish. King of Wands upright is awesome, but King of Wands reverse is very bossy, very rigid. And that's exactly what we're dealing with here, rigidity. And I also see here that some of you, if this is a high level commitment, a relationship, I mean, this person, this is ego. And that's what I was feeling earlier as well. It could be a fire sign for some of you. This could be Aries, Leo, Sag. I also see here that if this is a characteristic of you, if you're not dealing with anyone who's described as I just described, I feel like this is you stepping into your own integrity as well by committing to this turning point, to committing to a new path, a new direction, because you are staying flexible. Okay, so if this isn't another person for you, this is your own characteristic. This is something within you that's saying, my integrity was compromised in the past. I will never let that happen again. And that's what's causing this major arcana moment, major milestone, major turning point, is because you're staying true to your own self. And that's the decision here. That's part of it. Let's take a look. Two of Swords, please. Let's clarify. Two of Swords. Oh, okay. We got some passion in the air. Six of Cups. I feel like the Six of Cups can be nostalgia. And oh my gosh, there's the arrogance. There's the ego. There's the cockiness. So maybe someone used their wand for attention. Okay. Maybe there was someone who was very sexual. Maybe you had a strong connection with a person, but you're walking away from. I mean, if this is a boss, they could have used their charm, their looks as well. And it was very arrogant, very, very kind of cocky of this person. I don't love it, but Six of Cups can certainly be past life, maybe karma as well. It can be passion. Maybe there was some sort of passion in a situation here, but I feel, and that maybe that's what kind of blindsided you, because passion and lust got in the way, and then you may have become too focused on this energy that kind of held you back in some way, shape, or form. There's a turning point, though. There's a turning point. That's not going to resonate with everyone in the passion department, but I also feel if this is a career situation, there could have been some nostalgia, wanting to go back to a time when things weren't as toxic or weren't as stressful. I mean, it's been stressful over the past few years. We've had change and turning points and everything happening, and it looks like someone else, you were dealing with someone else for some of you, because we have the Queen of Wands. Some of you, this is a marriage you're ending, walking away from, or you may be choosing to do that. Okay, or others of you, I feel like you have to end something before you move into something fresh, and you're trying to remain flexible, okay, around a situation here. But if you're dealing with a King of Wands in reverse, they're very inflexible. So that's difficult to do, okay? But you're the Magician. You have the Alchemist showing up at the bottom of the deck. So you have some sort of ability here to, I don't want to say manipulate, but don't let someone else manipulate you. The only thing that we can do is react in a new way, right? We can respond. That's what we have control over, is how we respond, how we react. And we can't control that of others. So if someone else is being a you-know-what, I feel like you can work on you. Stay in your lane is kind of the guidance. Let's take a look at the month of May. No place like home. So there could be energies around a home, maybe a move. This could be stability within the home. This is safety. This is security. This is soul tribe. This is friendships. This is children, right? This could be visiting family in the month of May. We have Eight of Swords, Seven of Wands, and King of Swords in reverse. So some of you, yeah, you're dealing with, maybe it could be two people with that King of Wands.Maybe it's aspects of yourself with the King and the Queen of Wands, and then you're dealing with this King of Swords over here, where some of you, there's been a cutoff. There's been a ghosting. There's been a, I'm just not dealing with this. I need to end this cycle. Some of you have put up your guard, put up your defense with the Seven of Wands. But it has caused you to feel a little bit trapped, a little bit stuck in your head. I do get with the King of Swords, though, someone is not in touch with their emotions. And if this is you, I feel like, I mean, this could be, you've completely cut off some sort of emotion towards a situation as well. And you're saying, not my monkeys, not my circus. Let's clarify here. Yeah, because something is clearly not for you here, or you are clearly defining some new boundaries between you and another energy. Eight of Swords I want to look at. We have the Eight of Swords. This could be affecting your mental health. Eight of Swords energy can also be feeling restricted, helpless. It's about opening our eyes to some sort of truth. And I feel like clarity is part of the solution, and that's what we need here with the Two of Swords. But this is also about feeling a mental block, and I feel the King of Swords, I mean, that's that belief. The belief here, that King of Swords in reverse, he gets very caught up in a belief system that is true for him, even if it's detrimental to him. He can stay in that belief system. So let's see what we need to do to get out of this cycle. We need to open up our hearts. We have the Knight of Pentacles here. I am getting heart though. Open up the heart and take things slow, because Knight of Pentacles is a slow moving energy. If this is something that you're trying to rush, okay, try not to rush it. Someone else may be trying to rush some sort of results, or rush maybe even towards you, but I feel like you're putting up a thing saying, you're putting up a hand saying, no, this needs to, you know, slow and steady. Or if some of you are trying to rush, maybe you're healing. Let's keep going with this. Spirit, tell me about the 7 of Wands. Yeah, this is integrity, standing up for your beliefs. This is you taking things slow but steady, because you want to do things right. You want to move forward in the right way. You don't want to miss a step here. Even though you want things to happen, I almost feel like you're the one that's riding in the chariot here. You are the magician manifesting here a new reality, but you realize that something is no longer aligned with you. Something is not for you. And maybe there is someone that may be holding you back through trying to be a little bit difficult. The High Priestess. I feel like you're trying to keep your intuition open. You're trying to trust in the unknowable, in the unknown. There's something that is clearly being hidden from you, but your intuition knows. And I feel like it's this King of Swords. Spirit, what's the King of Swords? What's the King of Swords here for Virgo? Okay, King of Swords just landed on the Knight of Wands. Oh, wow. King of Swords is clarified by the King of Swords. Power. Power struggle, control. It's in reverse here as well. So King of Swords, I mean, this energy is, when in the upright, very intelligent, very great with their words, right? They're clever, they're knowledgeable. But when they're in reverse, they can be hot-headed. They can be angry. They can be a snob, right? They can be very much in their head, not in their heart. So if this is someone you're dealing with, or it's characteristics that you're taking on of the King of Swords, either in the upright or reverse, but for a lot of you, you're dealing with this person, and that's why you've had your wall up. This person was secretive, sly, I'm getting manipulative as well. And this energy, I mean, this could be an energy here as well, or a person tied to an energy, and you're saying, nope, that's not for me. That job, there's too much sneakiness, there's too much manipulation, I don't want to be in it. This relationship here, I just don't feel good about it. I need to trust my intuition here, and I need to release. Yeah, letting something go, because it's just not worth it. Okay, let's look at the month of June. June. Clearly, it's not for you here. There's a new beginning elsewhere. The Wheel of Fortune, you're not going to repeat a cycle. You're saying, I'm done. I'm putting this up here. Fortune cookie. And I actually like this not for you card. And this is why, because you have the fortune cookie, which brings fortune. And you have the Wheel of Fortune here. So this is a synchronicity not to be missed. You've been thinking about something long and hard. So it's not that you instantly are making a rash decision. I don't see that, especially with that Knight of Pentacles. This is a decision that maybe you've been kind of going back and forth with for quite some time. It's time to make a play. It's time to, they're showing me it's your turn to make a move with the chess piece. And Spirit is holding up this game, right? This game of life, this game of human experiences, this game of, your soul contracts. And not saying that it's a game, but it kind of is. It's about, choices that you make. What move do you want to make? There's the free will. But I also feel everything on the game board is part of what you are meant to experience. But like I said earlier, there's something with how you respond to it and how you manifest. Some of you are clearly walking away from a player or a non-committal energy. This could be a boss that doesn't want to pay you more, but you know you're worth more. This could be walking away from a marriage or a commitment or a situation because someone has their foot out the door. They're just not in it anymore. And maybe it's you, and that's okay. But there's a judgment call being made in the month of June. Judgment is about changing your life for the better, Virgo. It's about an awakening. It's karma. It's letting go of regrets. It's releasing judgments upon ourselves and others. It's healing the wounds of the past and no longer ignoring the call. Because ring, 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 it's been calling you for quite some time. That's why you have the High Priestess here. That's why you have the Hierophant. This is forgiveness. It's a rite of passage. It's a rebirth to allow you to step into a new season, a new cycle, a new paradigm. You may choose a different path than what you've chosen in the past. And I see that you know something isn't aligned with your energy any longer. Spirit, please tell me about the Knight of Wands in reverse. I'm kind of getting some Seven of Swords energy, maybe Devil. Okay. It's not a failed experience. Some of you may look at it and think, maybe I failed at this, or maybe it's an opportunity that may have brought a lot of shame or humiliation even. But it's helped you grow and evolve with the Six of Wands. Some of you felt overlooked. Some of you felt like someone wasn't paying attention to you, or they thought you were just another player in that game, right? And I feel like there's something better here awaiting. Six of Wands, I feel towards the end of the month, maybe even, 666, they're giving me like, this could be the 6th, the 16th, or the 26th. Those could be important days, 666, okay? And they're showing me the 6 here as well with the not for you. Maybe it's the 6th of June. Could be significant, where any situation that, it's almost like I'm getting, you were afraid of how people would look at you, or you were afraid of how people would play you out in this situation. But it doesn't matter what they think, because I feel like what they actually think is opposite to what you think. So if you think, oh, they're going to think I'm weak because of this. No, they're not. They're going to think you're strong. Right? If you're wondering if other people are looking at you in a negative light, like, oh, I can't believe they walked away from that. What were they thinking? They had it all. But no, they're thinking, wow, they're a success. They've done something here that was meaningful to them, right? So I feel like there is victory. It's like out of some sort of challenge, some sort of shame, some sort of loss here, Virgo, there is going to be triumph. Spirit, please tell me about the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune showing up here. Yeah, you've completed the cycle, and I knew you didn't want to go back, but I had to clarify because it did show up in reverse, so that could be the choice. That's what you're doing, is you're realizing that you've gained all the wisdom that you've needed. You have the 10 and the, Wheel of Fortune and the World card. You've gained all the wisdom in this contract. You don't need to keep playing it out. And that's why you have some sort of graceful ending, something you were committed to your work, committed to your love life, your finances. All right, and lastly, let's clarify the Judgment, because I like second chances. I mean, we constantly are being offered a second chance at life, second chance at love, at career, in our homes, in our environments. We have the ability to create and co-create every single day of our lives. Let's take a look here at the Judgment, but we got to be willing to forgive as well. We have, yeah, wow. We have the Temperance angel with karma coming in here and saying, you've lived out a karmic experience that your soul contracted, Virgo. Your soul contracted prior to this lifetime because you wanted to learn, you wanted to evolve, and you wanted to experience it, even though it could have been very challenging. We forget that, right? Sometimes we think, well, why me? We can drop down to that victim mentality, and maybe that's part of the experience. Maybe that's part of the contract, right? But you're releasing that now. The moon in reverse is clarity. You have clarity about your future. Two of Wands. You're focusing now on brighter days ahead. Oh, I love this. Spirit, give us a little bit of insight. Even though this is in April, May, June, there are brighter days ahead here. And not saying that, April, May, and June is doom and gloom. It's not by any means. But you're working through some stuff. You're working through some stuff. But I do see here brighter days ahead. And This is why, because this is a transitioning second quarter for you. It's in that 8, that infinity symbol. 2024 is an 8 year. It's all about death and rebirth. It's all about transformation. It is about spiritual growth. And man, it's painful when we are transitioning. But it leads to something quite amazing. And that's what I see here happening for you. There is something being reborn out of the ashes. Right? Oh, wow. Okay, that's a lot, Spirit. They're saying top 3. 1, 2, 3. That's why. Okay, I'll just kind of sneak peek these ones for you, but we're not going to spend too much time. We have the King of Cups here. We have the 3 of Cups, or excuse me, King of Pentacles, respect. We have harmony with the 3 of Cups. We have 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment, indulgent. We have the Knight of Cups. So definitely an opening of the heart chakra. 4 of Pentacles in reverse, you're letting go. You're opening up to new love with the Ace of Cups, and then Page of Swords, which we've seen earlier. You are letting go of any sort of scrutiny, any sort of who cares what other people think in the situation, or pinpointing something specific that's negative. You're letting all that go, because the top 3 here that Spirit wanted you to have, we have the Page of Wands, self-expression. We have the Ace of Pentacles, and your final card is the Sun. Brighter days are opening up for you. New beginnings are opening up for you. A version of yourself that you have yet to meet, or you haven't met for a long, long time, right? This part of you being able to express all that you are, all that you're made of on a soul level is big. On a vulnerable level with the joy, on a childlike level of enthusiasm for life. It's like zest for life, because somewhere along the way it got drained from you. You kind of transitioned into this, you know, almost feels like a lifeless, but energy cannot be destroyed. It's transformed, and you're being transformed here to have a new happy beginning. I love this. Even though you're going through some changes, some ups and downs, Virgo, there's going to be a happy ending here for you in some way, shape, or form. Let's get some final messages here for Virgo. Final messages for Virgo, please. Thank you, Spirit. All right, final messages for Virgo. The best and most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or even touched. They must be felt with the heart. Well, thank you, Helen Keller. Yes, absolutely. The best and most beautiful things. There is that heart activation that we see. They must be felt with the heart. You know that. I know that. That's where you're headed. That's where you are, what you are embracing here over the coming months. And lastly, you have within you right now everything you need to deal with whatever the world can throw at you. So you have within you right now, Virgo, everything you need to deal with all of what's going on here. Whatever the world throws at you. That's a quote by Brian Tracy. So no matter what's happening, trust that your soul knows what to do. After all, you're the one in charge, right? You're the one who decided to have these experiences. But you also can decide when you've learned enough. And I feel like you've learned very valuable lessons, and you're ready to move on to a new experience of the heart. That is what I have for you. Very intense reading. I hope it resonates, Virgo. If so, please hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell. Lots of love.